Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Nataku. Today we are going to be covering 10 things new MHUR players never knew existed. And starting the video right off with number 1, we have USJ version 1 map. This battle arena was only available to players before Season 5, when it was then changed to USJ version 2. This version of the map remained the only playable arena until Season 6, with the release of UA Island into the game, also introducing map rotation into the different modes. Version 1 of USJ is currently still playable though. Through training and custom mode, you can experience the first ever map. Next up for number 2, early players spawned with no bag. Before Season 7 of MHUR, you started your game with 6 inventory slots. This put a way bigger emphasis on finding a bag so you could actually loot items. Small bags were an obtainable item, boosting your inventory from 6 to 8 slots. With the release of Season 7, small bags were removed from the game, and instead, all players spawned with one already equipped. Jumping into number 3, we have the OG finisher kill system. Now, back in early MHUR, you were not granted a KO based on if you downed an enemy. However, the KO went to whoever finished a down player. Now, this meant kill stealing was very normal in those times. Your teammates or even other enemies were granted the KO for simply finishing who was on the ground. Players could finish matches with 10 or more KOs they didn't work for. This feature was ultimately changed in Season 2 for obvious reasons. Next up for number 4, we have Expert Rank did not exist until Season 5. The early days of ranked MHUR only featured 4 main ranks instead of the 5 we know today: Beginner, Amateur, Pro, and Ace. The 3-tiered expert rank did not exist to players before Season 5, going directly from Pro 5 straight into Ace. The introduction of expert rank into the game ultimately further bridged the skill gap between beginner and ace rank players. For number 5, we have full human lobbies were the norm before Season 6. With the release of Season 6 of MHUR came many balance changes to the matchmaking system, one of which was to match players based on rank instead of the previous performance-based matchmaking. Another hit to lobbies was the significant player count drop at the start of the season. With stricter matchmaking and fewer active players, the bot community has grown into what we know today. Number 6 brings in, you used to revive with reset Quirk skill levels. Prior to Season 12, if you were to be KO'd, you would lose every level you had gained up until then. When a teammate successfully revived you, you had to start back at level 1. This made being revived during endgame much harder on the player, as you were significantly weaker than everyone else, with a small circle, less loot, and the chances of easily being downed again. Many players backed out of matches. Next, with number 7, daily and weekly missions used to grant roll tickets. This change is something I personally wish they'd bring back. Saving and obtaining roll tickets was much easier in the early days of MHUR. Instead of the EXP we're granted that we know today, roll tickets, along with gold and gallery pieces, were the rewards for completing missions. This change came in Season 9 along with the increase of the license going from a max of 50 to 70 and the pro license cost going from 8,000 hero crystals up to 13,000. Number 8, the ability to leave your lobby before match starts. Before Season 8, if you queued into a lobby with someone you didn't want to play with, you were able to back out of the team to search for a different one. This change was pretty random and something I wish they had never changed, as it can be inconvenient not being able to back out until you load into pre-lobby. Ultimately, the devs made this change because at the time, if you were lower notebook leveled, it was very common for people to back out, making it hard to find a team to play with. With number 9, we have Froppy and Deku. Both had more abilities in beta. With the beta release of MHUR, 2 characters in particular had abilities that did not make it into the final game. Froppy, just like Ida, was able to naturally run up walls. With the reasoning of it being removed, it gave her near unlimited movement, as well as being too hard to hit. With Season 1 coming to MHUR, Ida remains today the only character who can wall run. Moving over to Deku, his Gamma Black Whip had a secondary attack option alongside its mobility. Deku would use his Black Whip to pick up surrounding debris, then wildly thrashing it around in front of himself. I think the attack looked a little silly in game, but here was their reference. Do you think he should get his Gamma ability back? Last but not least, with number 10, we have the OG Outdoor Pre-Lobby. To this day, Outdoor Pre-Lobby is the best pre-lobby in the history of this game, and there's no argument. Every OG player remembers this pre-lobby. I personally think the environment was a lot cooler than being inside. Season 3 of MHUR would mark the removal of this pre-lobby, replacing it with the indoor lobby we still know today. It'd be awesome if they brought the outdoor lobby back in later seasons, as you can only decorate this huge box so many ways. That is all for my top 10. If you've watched this far, I appreciate you so much, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you have not already. Season 18 of MHUR has released at the time of this upload, so be expecting more content from me soon. I'm gonna play out the rest of this game in the background here. 13,000 damage with Cementos and a crazy clutch at the end. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I'd really appreciate it if you stayed until the end.